Well, good morning, everybody. It's Leanne Greff from Minot, North Dakota. I have been a demonstrator for 20 years now, over 20 years, and I love what I do. It's rewarding. I love the people. Stampers, we had a weekend of stamping at our local church, and they're just, one of my friends said, stampers are the nicest people, and she's right. They're just so generous and kind, and I just love you all. I'm so blessed to do what I get to do. All right, I'm going to share, I have so much to share today. Anyway, every Tuesday at 11 a.m. I do a live here in Minot, North Dakota, and showing you fun folds, techniques, swaps right here. Some of them. We have brand new product that came out today called our online exclusives, and every odd month we get new online exclusives released. Now, online exclusives simply means they're not in a catalog and you can see them online. You can order them in any way, local or online, at an event. It doesn't matter. They're just part of our product line. So yeah, we have a new suite called Brushed with Beauty. And these are some of the swaps. Cards I made, I made this one, recent live, and then some I received in the mail, and I'll be sharing some of those very soon. Before we get started on that, letting people, first I want to let myself see comments, so hold on a minute. There we go. All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I appreciate that. I got the nicest compliment last week from actually a new team member. She said she loves spending her Tuesdays with me. She looks forward to it all week. So what a nice thing to say. I'm very happy to hear that you guys like my videos and learn from me. We had my Flower Bugs team had over 30 people join our group as new team members in October with the Join Special. So unprecedented. Never had that kind of response before, and Stampin' Up! Worldwide had over 16,000 new demonstrators join. So just crazy the way people flock to that deal. And I'm so glad because, Stampin' Up! Hopes that most people will stay and stay with the Stampin' Up! Family and place some orders. They know that not everybody will. But they hope that most people will. So, good morning. A couple of my team members are watching today. Hi, Annette. Hi, Janine. Hello. And Susan and Barb and Lori. Awesome. Okay. All right. Let's get into the, before we get into the fun stuff, we'll get some of this over with. There's a lot of things gone right now. Luckily, most things are around November 17th, which is only 2 weeks away before they're back. So quite a few items are missing, or I should say out of stock. So you might want to take a look at this so you can tell. Hi, Barb, another team member from Minnesota. Take a look at this so you know, and you can always go on the online store. If something is missing and you're waiting for it, put your email in and they will notify you when it's back in stock. It's amazing. I love it. So when I'm specifically waiting for something, I get an email, it's back in stock, the item you've been waiting for. So it's very nice to use that, perk in the online store. So make sure you use that if you're waiting for something specifically. Okay, I will get into door prizes. So already I heard from the winner and she chose her PDF tutorial, and Sharon Rowland was the winner of last week's door prize. She got a free PDF from my shop, flowerbugshop.com. So congratulations, Sharon, and thank you for commenting and sharing my video last week. I really appreciate that. Okay, so that's done and this is done. I'm going to wait for a few more people to get on, and then I'll share more swaps. But right now, I'm giving a free tutorial for anybody who places an order with me, and that is the Peaceful Garden suite. So if you have that or you want it, place a little or large order, and you will get this as a perk from me. It's got at least 10 projects, and all the directions, measurements, photos are all in the project tutorial. So I wanted to share that. And next I'm going to share some of my favorite kits. I'm going to just color some of these up because I'm going to show them individually in a little bit. Kind of a sneak peek there. So we have so many beautiful kits, and I don't share them that often. But I worked on them at the church this weekend and made some, and they are just so awesome. So this is the Thank You Kindly kit. Isn't that gorgeous? That gold detail, black on white, it's just striking. The envelopes, it's 8 cards, no stamping. This would be a great thing to, I mean, today when I went to the church, I just took some kits. I didn't have to take, well, I honestly did take a few extra things for my people, but I wouldn't have had to take much if I wasn't supplying inks and stamps and dies and whatnot for my customers and my friends. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous kit called Thank You Kindly. It's $14. It's in the online store. The next one I want to share is one I've had for a while, and I only made one of each, and it is called Painted Wishes. And beautiful envelopes. I'm going to show each 3 cards. There's 3 cards of each of 3, so 9 cards. This is another pre-printed kit, no stamping. Actually, all the ones I'm sharing today are, for some reason. There's that one, and here is another one. So various greetings. You can see this is kind of a, I don't know, peacock or Bermuda Bay, if you remember that color, foil. Printed foil, and then the last set is this one right here. So they're just gorgeous, and sequins and gold thread or twine all included in the kit. So that's the second one, and this next one is new to me. I think it's fairly new. I think it was released last month, and it's called the Brighten Your Day. And honestly, the picture doesn't do it justice. This is the picture of the kit content, the kit finished cards, and this is the direction sheet. Very, very simple. You can see what they tell you to do is just put your bow underneath your greeting and add it to the card. Now you can use mini glue dots, which they show here, to add these detailed, they're just gorgeous. Look at that. Little tone on tone fern with matching envelopes. Now this is called Brighten Your Day. I believe this one is also 14, could be 15. I didn't know, should have written that down. But that's one set of cards. Here is the next set in purples. And aren't they gorgeous? Again, kind of vanilla on a textured looking card base. Actually, it is kind of textured. And same with the envelope, a little bit of texture to it. Then lastly, we have the blues. Isn't that just gorgeous? Amazing. They were so easy. I did use my liquid glue because I'm comfortable with it, but it would be very easy to just stick some of the glue dots on certain areas of the die cut and just glue it on. It was so fast. So that is the Brighten Your Day kit. So these 3 kits are all around $14, $15 and ready to go crafts. Be great gifts. So start thinking of Christmas. Yeah, it is, it's great options for gifts for people, and they don't have to have a thing. Everything is included in the kit. They're called all-inclusive, and you don't have to have anything extra to make these kits. It's all in there. Well, a scissors. That's what you need. So that is the kits that I wanted to share with you today. And then today they just released 2 new ones. So I'm going to start with this one. Everyday Beauty, and this one is a stamping kit, so it's a little more because, I missed the 1 there. There should be a 1 in that item number. I'll have to fix that. This is a stamping kit, so it does come with ink stamps and a little ink spot and a block. So it's a little bit more, $25 for those 9 cards with the stamp set. And then this one, Adventure Awaits, so cute, like retro cars. Perfect for guys, and this is a non-stamping kit, $14 for 9 cards with coordinating envelopes, and you just adhere things together. So like I said, these are great gifts for people who either do craft or maybe they don't craft, and for yourself. have something on hand for you when you want to, I just want to stamp, but I don't want to think. This is what you do, is you get a kit. So, all right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Now I will talk about these new products. So like I said, this is the Brush with Beauty Suite. This card was made by Gwen Duckworth. I joined an online swap. Beautiful tone on tone. So yeah, there's that one. This one was Susan Campfield. And I'm not going to open it because it's a, I don't know what you call this, a gatefold, but it opens. And I don't want to ruin her pretty bow right now. There's not much in there but a greeting, but she did texture the inside layer. So extra special. This is by Monica Davis, and look at this. It's a cake, a slice of cake, which she added a little bit of this pretty paper on there, and a greeting, and candles. So super cute. And this one was made by Julie Davison. There, I like that. Consider yourself hugged. That's cute. Okay, and then this one I made on a live last week, and this is all part of this suite. Is a jumbo suite. We call it that because there are two bundles, the Just Because bundle and the Petals of Beauty bundle, all included in there. And there is the pattern embossing folder. You can see that here. It's called Beautiful Pattern Embossing Folder. That is new. Pearls of Beauty, you can see a couple right there. You can see right here these little gems. And then there's also new 12 by 12 vellum, plus the designer paper. So I shared that last week, and you'll be seeing lots of that soon. Okay, that's that one. Let's see, I need to put these somewhere. All right, next is the Hobby Haven suite. And I shared the DSP and whatnot last week, so I don't have any swaps to share on this one. So I'm going to keep going. This one here, Friendly Foliage. I have quite a few for those. This one is by Natalie Travis. So that is using the Friendly Foliage. There's dies that does this cutout, as you can see right here. This one was by Dina Rickow. Right there, she did the same thing with the foliage in Secret Sea. Okay, and then I shared these last week. Well, maybe it was, yeah, I think it was last week. And this die does, actually I have it right here. This die does two things. So this first die does the outline, and then this is cuts out the center areas of this same die for it to be even more detailed. So that is the Friendly Foliage bundle. So, and this is the new packaging. Just so you know, this is the stamp set packaging, and this is the dies packaging. So I'm going to keep mine together. I usually do that with my bundles. Okay, all right, moving on. A few more swaps yet to share. Okay, I don't think there's anything more on this page. This one right here, the Swirl Design Bundle, is a card made by, I think this is Barb Mulliken. Oh, I didn't write her name on there. But anyway, I remember. So she used this die and this little wash, I guess you'd call it, on her card. So in Misty Moonlight and Petal Pink. And let me see, where is this next bundle? Okay, this one right here, Pop-Up Petals Bundle. This is super cute, and I love how, let's see, this is Betsy Kreider, how she matched the designer paper and then chose that simple vase with a little flower die. It's super cute. And lastly, this one right here, the Creative Haven dies. I used just one of the dies and then this cute little leaf on this card. Oh, I know why that's on there, because I was taking a picture and I needed it to lay flat. Every now and then I'll add a rolled up mini glue dot so it will lay flat when I take pictures. I'm like, why won't that open? So there is my card, and that is also using the Brushed with Beauty designer paper. in Mossy Meadow, some of those new gems. So those are my new swaps, but this is a flyer that I will put out in my group and on my blog probably tomorrow, so you can see that and or print it or download it. But honestly, the best way to go is just to go to shopwithleanne.com and click on online exclusives, and you will see everything new. It's always in order of new when you're going to the online store. Okay, what else? Oh, I want to share my big promotion in November, and I have mystery grab boxes ready to go. I have 17 of them, and they are free to anybody who places an order over $125. Now that's before tax, shipping, or any product rewards that you have. But this is all somewhat used or new products. I'm going to show you an example of one of my mystery boxes. So this is Latte Love Bundle and the Fields in Bloom stamp set. Here is the Tropical Leaf Stamp and Punch Bundle. Then there is Scenic Garden and another bundle, Wildflower Designs. So the products in here will value at well over $200. So I'm going to clear those out. This one has 5 stamp sets, including three bundles. Crazy. They don't all have 3 bundles, but they all have at least 2 bundles. Here is an embossing folder. They had prices on them because I had a BOGO locally, and that's why some of these have prices. The Berry Christmas, Memories and More. I have a Granny Green ink pad, some in-color dots, some gold sheer ribbon, and a package of ephemera, an extra set of dies called the Bright Sky dies with some clouds and waves. Then I have a paper pumpkin stamp set. Everybody got at least one paper pumpkin stamp set. And a card kit, or a kit. Most people will get cards. This one doesn't happen to be cards. There is a stack of glitter, like our old, what do you call it? Dazzling Diamonds. Okay, and then, this is sealed, but I'm going to open it. Everybody gets a share of designer paper. So this is all in one mystery box. Some ephemera, and this is a sample one side. Most of these papers are just this last year. I have a couple of them that are older than that, but this is example of one pack of designer paper. So that is one mystery box. If you missed it, wind back, because this one had 5 stamp sets and bundles, plus all of this, well over $200, and you get it free. I'm going to even pay your shipping. All you have to do is place an order. First come, first gets the mystery boxes. So these can go very fast. So if you want a mystery box, every one is different. So you can scan to order, or you can just go to shopwithleanne.com. So this will be it's on my blog as of yesterday, the promotion. So isn't that cute? Little UPS guy holding your box of goodies. So while supplies last, remember, $125 order from me. I'll pay your shipping, and you will get a surprise in the mail. Surprise mystery box. So that's while supplies last. This week, I'm sure the first few days, most of this week, I will have enough. But after the weekend, message me or email or something to see if they're gone or out. I will post on my blog and on Facebook when I run out. So watch if you're wondering. And I'll share probably every live and daily while they last. Okay, all right. So today I am going to feature the Modern Christmas designer paper and the ornamental Christmas stamp set. So this has been a clear favorite of a lot of people. They love the black, white, and gold. And I wanted to share. This is what I have left of this piece of all of my paper, because I love the trees and I love the stars on the black. So this is it. I'm using it in both projects today. But I have some swaps to share with you that will show you some more use for this card. So this is actually by Julie Davison. So this is a swap I received from her. It's just perfectly her style. And this one is from Amy Rich. It's a, what do they call it? A Dutch door card, right? Dutch door card. I love these. They're so fun to do. Okay. In fact, if I know right, this piece right here was likely taken from what she cut off of the card base. If it wasn't, it could be. It looks longer, but I don't have my ruler handy. But that's that. This one is from Sandy Carlson, favorite swapper. That's her card, little double flap card. And this is from my team member, Jackie. So she did a beautiful job on hers using some of that ephemera. That is actually out of stock. And notice the star was cut out of that pretty paper. You can see a little hint of the star there, and that die cut that reveals the gold paper behind. And then this is one I did with the gold hoops. Isn't that pretty? So I did these for, I think I did these for a team swap. I can't remember, a couple months ago. So isn't that pretty? This, to put these down, I don't think I'm going to do one. No, they're not in my card today, but you just use a little bit of this glue underneath it. You could use rolled up mini glue dots. I would just place maybe 5 or 6 on the back, and that, if you don't like using liquid glue, but I just honestly put some dashes of glue on the back and put it around here. This die cut right here, I'll be using that on my card, is from the Spotlight on Nature dies, and these are cut out from the designer paper. So those are some samples of gorgeous cards using the Modern Christmas designer paper. Now let's get into our projects today. Okay, they're both fun fold cards, and this one, I haven't seen this fold done for a while. This is a tent card. So simply cut your designer paper or your card base. I think this might be 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then when I lay this on here, but I specifically designed this so it would be the same height as a regular card. So it's almost 5.5 tall. So, but I made sure that my borders were the same. So let's get started on this pretty card. I have most of it already done, but I want to share the products that I used. Oh, let me see. Yeah. Okay. So this, I don't know if this is a bundle. Traditional. Yes, it is. Traditional Labels bundle. You know, I've mentioned these dies are my absolute favorite. This holiday catalog, and they go with this set right here. So you can see that many, actually, I suppose they have to go like that. You can see how they work, and you can fit many, let's see, many of them in. There we go. Sending, Merry, and then you could do wishes if you can fit it on the same one, but you could Merry and Bright. Yeah, so this is awesome, and I love the rest of these dies too. So that's where I got the greetings. The shape here and the textured background is from the Peace on Earth suite. So I didn't use any of the greetings, but I did use this die that matches the embossing folder. I think it's Peaceful something, this new embossing folder. Okay, and then the trees, I used 3 bundles here, or at least dies, are right here. And that is from the Scenic Adventure dies, these trees. I thought they went perfectly. I just wanted a little something there for a wintry card. Okay. All right, so to put this together, like I said, I textured this ahead of time. We're going to just adhere this. This is quite simple, but isn't that pretty how that texture comes out, leaving space for your die cut in the center. And it's not Christmassy. This is just simply leaves. So it's so pretty. All right, and then this will go on there. Yeah, this is Modern Christmas designer paper. Where is my, is this, think it's still available. Yep, it's not one of the ones that are out of stock. Okay, so my card base here folded. Now to make sure, you know what I do is when I do it just like I showed you. This is my card base. And when I put this on, I make sure, first of all, I planned it so I could have my, I might do it this way. So I could have even edges. And so when you put this on, I don't want it to go any higher than a normal card base. And I'm going to just make sure my edges are even. So these tent cards are so easy, and you can make use of either designer paper on your layer or whatever. So that I just used a card base as my sample. Okay, so I already have, when I was making, I think this was another swap I did for either my team or somewhere. So I just want to cover up the stems of the trees. So I'll put that there and then add more dimensionals. Put that on the bottom here and one there. Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna put this one at an angle. I kind of like them at an angle. And I'm looking at my ends to see that they're both like kind of like hanging off the edge. And a simple twine bow made from in this suite, there is both black and gold and white and gold twine. Love this stuff. So yeah, right there. I have one modern Christmas kit, card kit left. I have one claimed and one more left. So it includes, I think it includes the black in the kit. Oops. So yeah, anyway, use mini glue dots for twine always. I mean, I always, when I see people using glue, like liquid glue for ribbon or twine, I'm like, oh, just use a glue dot. It's so much easier. Glue dots are the bomb for ribbon, and I'll just slip that knot under there. There we go. There's our card with a few little, oh, I didn't stamp the inside, but I'll show you what I did. So these are low profile dots, and they're beautiful shiny gold. Right now they're out of stock. So and there's no expected date, but I'm just going to use one on each end of the banner. Isn't that pretty? Okay, all right. Now here is the inside view, which I will likely do later, but there's the tent card. Isn't that pretty? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Nancy. I appreciate that you like my ideas. Yeah, tent cards are fun, and they're so easy, as you can see, and kind of fun, right? Just to have that standing up on your mantle or on your fridge. All right, first card done. This next one, oof, I can't wait to show you it. It was part, the fun fold was part of my, oh gosh, a paper pumpkin tutorial this month. So if you're one of my paper pumpkin subscribers, you got this tutorial in your PDF, because my paper pumpkin subscribers gets a free PDF, and this was, of course, using paper pumpkin product, but I hadn't seen this before, and oh, now I forget what it's called. I didn't name it, but I'll name it in my tutorial. So have you seen these? Super cool. So I thought, oh boy, that's a lot of measuring, a lot of cutting. I don't know. But then I thought, when I'm using this paper in this bundle, I thought this would be perfect. So you can see I cut an extra one of those dies. Oh, where did they go? Right here. So all I did was cut an extra one and cut it apart all along the middle. And then I glued the edges to the back side. I wonder if I can show you. Nope, I glued that down pretty good. I don't want to break anything. No, well, you can kind of see it, how it's separated. But yeah, super fun, super easy. I couldn't believe how easy it was. Easy scoring, measuring. So, all right, I have a different sample planned. So, so this is using the, well, kind of the oh, I didn't show you the back. This is the back using some of the stamps from the Ornamental Christmas. And we're going to use the dies too. I'm not going to use this one. This is from the Branching Out bundle. The stars are from here. Okay, we're going to use more of the dies from this in this next card, but it's still the same designer paper. Okay, so the card base starts out like this, simply enough. So you're going to, I think it's 7 1/4, but don't quote me. Wait for my free project sheet today on my Flowerbug Stamp and Share. It'll also be on my blog if you're a blog follower. Flowerbug.net is my blog right there. Okay. All right. So after you cut that, and it's simply scored at 1 1/2 and 3 inches. So I believe it's 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then you need, I'm going to get all my pieces out of this envelope before, okay. All right. Then you need 3 strips of paper. I think this is also, let me move that card up, 7 1/4. In fact, you can cut a 4 1/2 inch piece and you will get, I already glued the designer paper. 3 strips ready for your designer paper. So that's what these are, 3 strips. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. But this is pretty much the card base. Just that little simple item right there. Okay, did I lose any of my pieces? Oh, come on. Oh, there they are. Okay, so I'm going to do this last strip. Just add my designer paper. Now on this one, I had smaller layers and I had larger layers. So this is an easier measurement on this one. So that's what I'm going to put in my project sheet. These were like 1 3/8 by 4 1/8. And this is 1 1/4 by 4. So much easier for people to do. If you wanted to layer them, you can, but yeah, it's a little more difficult measuring wise. Little more edge space, which I thought was fine with this designer paper. This black really stands out on the white. Okay, so I'm going to start with these. So because this is how you're going to score and fold them. It's the same score as this one, but you're going to reverse, well, you're going to reverse it. So each one goes on like this. Okay, so bend and bend, make a little half accordion. And then this one I just glued. I'm going to be gentle with it because glue can move the first few minutes. Well, no, first few seconds. All right, so let's get this on here. So what I did was added glue to get this on here. Actually, I'm going to put it on here. I tend to do that. Just a square. You should be safe with a square. And get the edges to meet. Okay, and then this one on the bottom, another simple square. Fold that up. Flatten your card. And get your edges to meet on this side and on this side. Okay. All right. So now we're going to flip this up. Close it. Close the card and adhere. Oh, I'm so glad, Janet. You're welcome. I'm glad you're using some of my project sheets in your classes. Yeah, I meant to share. You know, I sell tutorials and I sell PDFs, so I really feel like I want to give away my project sheets, so not everything is for sale. And I really want people to use their stuff. So yes, I'm happy to give my project sheets away. Thank you. And you know, I just love sharing. I get so much from other people that I do love to share. All right, so I'm just estimating. I mean, you could measure, Lori. My friend Lori's watching. You can measure that, but you don't have to. Okay, flip this up, add some adhesive, fold it back without getting gluey, press the card flat, and there we go. There's our card. So totally different than that one. All right. Okay, now I did some die cutting. I'm guessing, I haven't made this card before, but I die cut the star, and this is from the Spotlight on Nature. This is actually the circle. I figured, well, if they said it's supposed to go with the star, I'm going to use it. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm just debating, what do I want to pop up? The star? I think the star. I'll try the star. So I don't know what this card is going to turn out like. Hopefully we like it. It's different than this one. This covers up a lot more of these strips. Okay, so we can put one big dimensional, in the center. And then I'm going to have to use, I should have some mini dimensionals with me, but I don't. So I'm just going to trim some of these edges for the ends. Oh, don't stick. I shouldn't have taken that off. Sorry, I should have had some of this done earlier. And I can see that one is sticking out a little there. Minis would make this so much easier. I didn't plan ahead that I was going to pop this up. Last one. Okay. That one's off. How many of you like to use dimensionals on your projects or pop things up? Some do not. I know that it's harder to send your cards in some ways when you use dimensionals, but I think this is the tall. There's one area that's a little bit taller. I could be wrong. Yeah, you can see that one right there. That's the tall parts. So this is up and down. Okay. Now, I didn't plan a greeting on this card. Oh, wow, that is gorgeous. Okay, so I know I can add glue here. I believe I can add a little bit of glue here. Okay, get the tall parts on there, get it evenly spaced. And then we try and get it straight. Okay, yeah, it could use a greeting, I think. Something in the center. I'm not sure what it would be. I don't think that works. Do you? I think that's kind of lame. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in the center, but in the dies, there are these things right here. And I thought, what would those be for? Does anybody else know what those would be for? I thought it could be something like this. But I don't know if that's going to get too busy. I'll put some on and you can give me your opinion. I don't know. I think it's too busy. But it does fill in. I don't know, I think I might like it plain better. But I think what I might do is stamp this "Wishing you peace and joy" right across the side and do maybe a long one. Because "Be jolly" doesn't work. "'Tis the season," not sure about that either. Or I'll find another greeting from another set and maybe put it in the middle, because I don't know if I want to put it up or down. But that is the card today. Here is the back using the stamps in the set. So I'm not sure. You guys tell me what you think. Too busy? I agree. I think I agree, Nancy. Anybody else? Yep, plain better. Okay, we'll knock those right off. Yeah, much better. I don't know. I'll use those somewhere. Maybe just kind of scattered like this. I think that's kind of pretty, isn't it? That might be what I do. Just some scattered stars. It is very elegant, isn't it? Okay, those are my cards for today. So, I wonder, I can't remember the name of that card. The fold, does anybody know the name of this fold? Yeah, it's a mystery. Oh, there went my pieces. But anyway, I will have the project sheets later today in my Flowerbubs Stamp and Share. If you are not a member of the group, you can join that group. I don't think you need a permission. But thanks, everybody. I definitely appreciate your opinion and your compliments. Yeah, they're beautiful cards. The Modern Christmas suite is gorgeous. Love playing with it. In fact, those of you like Caroline who's watching, we're using it for club this month. So I made a card that I will share in a few weeks or so. All right, I think that's it. So don't forget, anybody who wants one of my mystery boxes, my grab boxes, put in an order at shopwithleanne.com, and you will get a mystery box if the order is over $125. I will send that to you. So yeah, thanks so much. Have a great week, and I hope you stamped something, and I hope you were inspired by today's projects. All right, thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.